Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So thank you very much all the devotees this evening for gathering up for this auspicious act of Sadhu Sangha. The topic of today's chapter would be the importance of Sadhu Sangha also. So first of all, I would like to invite all of you who regularly come, and also with that we have some devotees that have come here visiting us today. So we want to know them, so we can get the better association of them. And we also introduce the devotees to other devotees so we know who they are. So Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I'm just calling Prabhuji because I don't know your name yet.
My name is Tim Nash, and this is my wife Jocelyn Nash.
So thank you so much. Where are you visiting from?
We live in Awatuki, and we moved down here in March of 2013.
Oh, so since 2013 you are saying?
Yes.
You are living in Awatuki.
Yes.
So welcome all the devotees, welcome you with open arms. And although we don't have so much space outside, but we have a lot of space inside our heart for you. So please join us for this program and be the part of this. As we go along, you will know what we are discussing about and what we are into. And thank you so much, and we are very happy to have you here. So we don't live too far from Awatuki. So we are very close, because I also live in Awatuki, so we can talk about that later on. So in that way we can know better and share our ideas and devotion together also. So thank you. So we'll just chant Jai Radha Madhava and go with that. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, 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 Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana, Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Randana, Yamuna Tera Vanachari, Yamuna Tera Vanachari, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
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 ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavater Uttama Shloker Bhaktir Bhavati Nastikim Yashambha Suryamanayam Krishner Parama Purushet Bhaktir Utpadate Pumsa Shokamoha Bhayapaha. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much. So just to make sure that we are all awake, that means we remember what is the topic today. So we don't want to start from middle of nowhere when no one has any ideas, isn't it? It's just like we have started our GPS. Our address of destination is where is our address of destination? Golok Vrindavan. So in between we take exits. But it is important to know what exit you have taken because you have to continue from there. So if you don't know where you stopped to fill up the gas, then you don't know what direction you are going to go. So just to make sure that we know where we took the exit, so we continue from there. You need to tell me what exit you took. Because everyone have taken a different exits. Because after I give a class here to you, I might be giving class to somebody else, so I'm actually maybe driving a little far, or maybe you have driven a little further than me. So what is the topic here?
Only the main thing I remember is I am a donkey now.
Oxen.
I am a donkey already.
Oh, I think it was King Navi's discussion.
King Navi.
Yeah, it was going to
Four
start
stages.
about King Navi.
So basically, it's a King Navi. King Navi going to the forest for tapasya. So what is the common thing that we have been hearing up to now? Tapasya. So where is your position in tapasya? Because we are hearing every characters here are representing tapasya at some point. So it is indicating any sadhakas or any devotees that are practicing to be a servant of Krishna, or who accepted a fact. In fact, we are all servants of Krishna. Sometimes, just like when there is a bad relationship between the father and the son denies a fact that he is my father. Yes? You are not my father. Why? Because there is some type of grudginess in between. So therefore, he denies the fact. But what is the actual fact? If you go and do a DNA test, what does it come out to be? That you are actually his son. So, in detail, we are all sons of Krishna. Mame bamsu jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana, manasasya indriyani prakritisthani kasati. Krishna makes it very clear that everyone is eternally part of me. Yes? It's just like before any spark of fire or any fire that is lit in a greater portion, it is being lit by a small matches somewhere. No fire started being big. Does it? Any fire starts being big or starts from a small, then becomes big. So, in the same way, whether we accept the fact or not, we are a little fire that is a spark of Krishna. He is saying, Mame Angsho. There is called a Angsha, and there is called an Angshi. Angshi means the entire whole, the Angsha means the part. So we are all part of Krishna. But just as a child can deny being the son of that father, just because, the son said, Baba, I want to get married to this girl, and I want you to bear all the expense. Then he said, if it is my expense, then it is my girl also. So it's right from there, something happens and it starts somewhere. Then he says, okay, because you did not help me, you are not my father anymore. So in one way, because Krishna does not agree, the Shastras say, Krishna says, because you are mad, because you are crazy, therefore you are so much after sense gratification. Yes? He says, but I am not so crazy. Knowing what is within that sense gratification, knowing what can be the outcome of what you want, you think you will give the child that? Just because a 2-year-old child sees mother expertly cutting the vegetables and she does very good job. Sometimes you see people cutting dhaniyas. They go very high speed. Then you think, oh, very easy. Playing with a knife is very easy. But it's a matter of experience, isn't it? So the child says, 2 years old child says, Mom, I want to do the same thing. You think you are going to hand out the knife? Just because the child felt that you are good at it and thinks that he might be good at it also. But Krishna can play with the creation. How beautiful does Krishna plays? He gets into the creation like a spider that creates a nest very expertly. Every net has its own thread very, very nicely been laid out, isn't it? One net is not touching the other one. It's very good. And it is excellent for trapping the insects and does a very excellent job. And the same spider takes away net that it has laid and makes it look like there was never any net there. Isn't it? So that is Krishna's creation. That he makes his creation perfect. Very nice. Yes? You don't even think there is any fault. Okay, when the time says today's sunrise is going to be at 6:40. The sun comes out 6:40. As if somebody had the sun in the pocket and just put in the space when the time had come. You don't see a sun middle of the night somewhere. Everything very perfectly done. Then you think that it is always there being perfect. Then Krishna, by his own perfect nature, dismantled the entire existence, and by his own perfect energy recreates the entire nature. Then we look at that. Then what do we think? Like a child who sees the mother cutting the dhania very quickly, thinks, give me the knife also. Then we say, Krishna, this time why not I create the existence? I will do that. Because it's easy. I don't see you struggling anywhere. So Krishna says, okay, you want to create? Yes. So Krishna gives something to us, which Rishabdev is going to talk about it today. That, meddling, just like you have heard of a meddling of a monkey. Just a monkey is good at meddling anywhere, but monkey cannot fix anything. It's good at meddling around with things, but he's not good at fixing. Is he? Are we good at fixing the creation of the Lord, or we are good at exploiting the creation of the Lord? We simply exploit it. We are not fixing anything up. So, here what we have is Maharaj Navi, the son of किसका बेटा है? Who is Maharaj Navi? Who is his father's name? Agnidra. And Agnidra is son of? Uttanapad's son is Dhruva Maharaj. Who is Uttanapad's brother? And Priyavrata's son is Agnidra. Agnidra's son is Navi. Navi's son is now Rishabdev. So, this great personality Navi, he thought, well, everyone gets a child. It is common. As you are married, next step is within few years, you get the baby. This is the nature of the world. He said, but I want to do extra, glorious thing. I would have a child, but I will have Supreme Personality of Godhead himself from the womb of my wife. So for that, Krishna does not come to the womb of anyone. If he does, then all the wombs have been filled with Krishna, which it doesn't happen. It requires tapasya. Now, what does tapasya means? Now, Krishna is not a byproduct of sense gratification, is he? Just like the general creation that we see right now, as a grihasthas, as anything, everything that we produce is a byproduct of sense gratification, which is, the sense gratification is the byproduct of uncontrolled senses. So therefore, when the senses are uncontrolled, what is the byproduct? Unwanted. As the Shastras say. So, in order to have a product that is wanted, you have to be very thoughtful. You have to be very thoughtful. Now, in a different chapter of Maharaj Prahlad, we are going to talk of Kashyap Rishi, who was very thoughtful. But because of his wife's position of being not thoughtful, as a result of that, even in the house of a great sage, a Hiranyakashipu takes birth. Because of being uncontrolled senses. So therefore, tapasya basically means controlling the senses, or the result that comes to your house is not a byproduct of uncontrolled senses, but it's a byproduct of complete knowledge. So therefore, in order to do that, they had to go for tapasya in order to control their senses. And whatever the byproduct comes from that, it is going to be very, just like when we were talking about two characters, Suruchi and Suniti. Suniti is what? What does Suniti means?
Right.
Morality. And Suruchi means
Tasteful.
tasteful and sense gratification. Okay? So, taking birth from Suniti, morality is what? What takes birth from morality? Dhruv, that is called determination. Okay? Good qualities develop determination. Perfect determination for devotional service unto Krishna. If you don't have a good quality, so therefore, first part is called a good quality. So, as in tradition, how do you develop a good qualities? First thing is a good quality. Then everything else comes behind that. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavata says, good qualities are Deva Dvijya Guru Pragya Pujanam Saucham Arjavan Brahmacharyam Ahimsam Cha Sharirastapa Uchate. Worship of the Devas. That is to develop a good quality, not for anything else. Deva, worship of Deva. Worship of Dvija. What is Dvija? Brahman. Guru, worship of a Guru. Deva Dvija Guru Pragyor. Parents, your mother and father, serving them. Guru Pragyor. Pujanam means worshipping them. Gurudeva Dvija Guru Pragya Pujanam. From that, if you do this four, worshipping them, develops Saucham, cleanliness. Very important. Arjavam, Saucham develops Arjavam, simplicity. Then, Brahmacharyam Ahimsamcha, living a life of a brahmachari. Ahimsa, being non-violence. These things are the qualities that develop devotion. Initially, you have to have a samskar qualities in order to develop anything. A rascal cannot be a good devotee. First, you have to come out of being rascal. Okay? So, for all this, tapasya is the first aspect. Now, Srila Prabhupada has given us a basic standard of tapasya. A basic standard. Just like when you go applying for a driver ID or driver license, there is something called how many points of ID? Basic requirement, even for you to get a driver license. Just to allow you to be a part of this world. That's what I'm talking about. Just for you to become the part of this system that they have laid down, they call a 4 points of ID. So you need something. These good qualities are required. You think you can be a criminal and get a driver license? Because you won't fit within this category of 4 points of ID, first of all. So, first part is being well behaved. Sometimes we consider this type of morality, we think that this is the actual dharma. It is not dharma, it's a base. You can't just say, मैं बहुत सेवा करता हूँ, मैं माता पिता का सेवा करता हूँ, I do the service of my mother and father, and once a week I make puri and sabji and I distribute to the garib. It's nice, not bad. But this is simply a base where the devotion will take birth from. So don't consider this as a devotion, but rather it's a base for devotion. So, in order to develop this qualification, King Navi and his wife Meru Devi. I think because I make a lot of questions back and forth, now you know that I will ask a lot of questions to you, so you start to remember now. So Meru Devi, they together went to the forest, husband and wife. This is very important when it comes to devotion, especially after a marriage. We have to be in a one page of devotion. It can't be a two page. It's like, देखो, You can fast, you fast, but I'm eating today. It doesn't happen that way. It has to be in a same picture, same chapter. Now, Kashyap Rishi, in order to have a successful family life, he talks about. He said that husband and wife are called the two bodies and one soul. First thing that is understood for anything to happen. So basically, proper understanding that the goal of both should be one, not two goals. Okay? It's like if you say that if you are going somewhere, if you are going outing, say you want to go to Hawaii, instead of getting all the tickets in one same flight, husband, wife, two children together, first of all, your part of policy is that we never travel together. We may go to same destination, but we don't travel together. Now, which flight are you going to put your children in? So first part is making your journey together. Then you can live together wherever you are. First thing, our journey is different. In most of the cases, Mataji are maybe more serious about it. Let's put it this way, because that's what the Shastras say. When it comes to the embodiments of devotion, the Shastras say the gopis are the best. Why? Because of their soft-heartedness. Naturally, ladies have more soft heart than men. The man, Shastra says, Tarko Pratisthor Mitayor Vinnam. Before accepting anything, they have too many tarkas to offer. Too many arguments. Too many logics. Matajis don't have too much logics. They look at a fact, they look at a result, says yes, perfect, finish. No logic here. Isn't it? So man, too much logic. So sometimes this logical fact, as Prabhuji, I was talking to you, saying sometimes knowledge is a impediment for devotion, because we try to intend to analyze too many things. Now this Vedic scriptures is called Srimad Bhagavatam. This has been analyzed, this has been studied, and it has been confirmed to be the best process of devotional service. Now, is it requiring our judgment on it? Do we need to judge this again? Already somebody went through it. They have given you a fruit of it. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam, what is it? Yatha kichu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yatha kichu haya tara arthalana vyasa karila samsaya. He said, Vyasadev has already milked all the cow. But the cows has gone to the forest. They have eaten the grass. The cows came back. The milker has already milked and took the milk out. Now what is your duty? To separate the grass from the milk or just drink the milk? Who has separated the grasses already? The grass is already been separated by the cow. Now is it your duty, just because somebody says that cow eats a grass in order to develop a milk, so therefore let me take all the grass out now from the milk and drink the milk? Do you need to do that? So therefore the milk is already the byproduct of everything. It's the essence of all the grass eaten by the cow. And if you are smart, you will simply get the cup and you will drink the milk. So this is the position. Sometimes we intend to become too much argumentative. Now there are two reasons for this. Either we are already being cheated by somebody because we accepted the wrong path. So therefore anything, bolte na, there is a saying, a person who is being burned by drinking the hot milk, even when they see the buttermilk is cold, the milk is hot. Even to drink a buttermilk, you will go foo, 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 thinking that this is hot. Because since such a long time we have been cheated by the society. Or maybe it's because of our carelessness that we are cheated so many times. Even when we get something like Srimad Bhagavatam, when it is confirmed, analyzed and proved, we still intend to examine it. What is the need? So therefore, first of all, if we develop these good qualities and we be smart about it, we are not cheated by it. Here we see Maharaj Nabi and his wife Meru Devi went to the forest for meditation. After a long time of meditation, they have actually qualified themselves. In the service of the Lord, there is no such thing as a husband and wife. Both are the servant of Krishna. That's one thing. Both were independently developing their entire determination and understanding towards Krishna. That's all. And Krishna was directly dealing with them. Yes? Both their heart was purified by Krishna directly. So both of them were, it's not only husband was ready or wife was ready. Because Krishna was coordinating with both of them. Krishna is in everyone's heart. So when Krishna found out they are both ready, then he comes. They said, we want a child like you. We went some details on that already. We want a child like you. But the Lord says, there is no such thing as anybody being like Krishna. Anyone cannot be like Krishna. Either it is Krishna or it is not like Krishna. There is no such thing as somebody like God. If it is somebody like God, who is like God, the closest to God is Guru. He is not God, like God in a purpose. The purpose of God is to deliver the devotees, and purpose of Guru is to deliver the soul. So Krishna is assigned, but he is not Krishna. So therefore he said, my dear Merudevi and Navi, it can't be anyone like me, but it has to be me. I promise you, I will take birth from your womb. So Maharaj Rishabdev took birth. And he was a perfect person, very beautiful person. What do you imagine? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right from beginning, very well behaved. So I'm just trying to make this short because his teachings are more important than his birth part. Now, as he grew up, Maharaj Rishabdev again went for tapasya. Supreme Personality of Godhead himself went for tapasya. This is very important. Like, as we said that we are not expected to go to forest like, and I was fortunate for 12 years to be in Gurukul and perform a lot of tapasya there. But Prabhupada has set up a basic standard of tapasya, which is very important. If that is not there, if that was not important, Rishabdev would not have gone. Already sense control. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. And what's our basic standard of tapasya, Prabhu? What are the 4 things that are said to us, don't do it? There is called pravritti and there is called nivritti. Something that you reject and something you accept. Okay? So what are something that you reject?
No gambling.
Okay?
No meat.
No meat eating?
Illicit sex.
No.
Illicit sex.
No illicit sex and no intoxication. Okay? And what are the things that we accept?
Sadhu Sangha, scriptures.
No, you are right. Sadhu Sangha, you are right. But don't get into the philosophy explanation of these 4 things.
Scriptures and Guru.
The 4 things are
Guru.
Sri Guru Padashriya,
Yeah.
Sri Guru Shiksha Dikshati, Vishrambena Guru Seva, and Sadhu Sangha. 4 things that you have to do. Or in other words, truthfulness, cleanliness, austerity, and charity. I'm just telling you opposite to the 4 principles that to be rejected. Now when you make that opposite, the first part is called the meat eating. So that is called non-violence. Okay? So these are 4 things that we accept: cleanliness,